Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. This is the extended review of the Olight M1X Striker. Alright, here we are with the Olight M1X Striker in the packaging. Really cool light. It's an updated version of the Olight M18 and M18 Striker. Good information here on the side. You've got 1,000 lumens on max output, all the way down to 0.5 lumens on the lowest. And one thing I want to touch on here on the run times is something that Olight has started doing that I really like. So they say 5 plus 55 and 55% below that. What they're saying is that you're going to get 5 minutes at the 1,000 lumens, and it's going to drop down to 55% of that 1,000 lumens, so about 550 lumens for 55 minutes. Now, if you watch any of my videos, you know that most of the flashlights we sell, especially the compact ones like this that are putting out 1,000 lumens, they drop in output. Most of the manufacturers would have just said you get 1,000 lumens for an hour. I really like that Olight is pointing out that you're not going to get 1,000 lumens for the full time. Just like every other manufacturer, you're not going to get the full output. It is going to drop, but they're actually pointing that out and giving a little bit more honesty in their ratings. Not that the other ones are dishonest. They're using the ANSI FL1 specification, which says that the runtime is going to be down to 10% of the original output. So they could have the runtime down here of when it is at 100 lumens after they turn it on. So the other guys aren't being dishonest. The Olight guys are just adding in a little bit more honesty. So I like seeing that. So you get about an hour, and keep in mind that at the end it's going to be around 550 lumens. 360 hours on the lowest output, and then your beam distance, you're going to get 190 meters. As always, you get the full specs on our site, goinggear.com. So I'm going to open this up, show you what you get on the inside. Got the accessories up here in the top. So you have a lanyard if you want to use that. You have some information about their other products. You have the user manual, always worth a read. You know, you got a bunch of different modes and functions. It is an intuitive, really good interface. But if you want to remember how to do stuff, there is your information. A couple spare O-rings if you happen to need those. And then we'll pull the light out. This was actually one that I had made up for the Blade Show. I had these made for my employees. So he had the name and the flame logo, or the flame from our logo, engraved on there. Yours will not have that if you buy one from us. So here is the light itself. Let's zoom in and we'll take a little bit closer look at it, show you the features and everything. So nice aggressive strike bezel on here. This is not removable. This is actually epoxied on, and it's built into the body. So it's not something that you can just screw off like a lot of their other flashlights. This is kind of built into the flashlight, so it's not something you can swap out for a smooth bezel. So there's the switch on the end. You got the switch on the side. Those two combined are going to control your output and everything. Really nice sturdy pocket clip. Some good retention on there, and you can remove that if you want. You just pop it off. There's the LED and reflector down in there. So Cree XML2 LED, pumping out 1,000 lumens on max output. Pretty good for a light this size. Let's get the focus back. All right, we'll kind of turn it around, show you all the different sides and everything. Let's go ahead and put a battery in here, and we'll show you the interface. So there's the tail cap off. There's the inside of the body. There's the tail cap if you want to see that. And the battery that I'm going to put in here is brand new batteries from Olight. They're the 3600 milliamp hour 18650s from them. So the highest capacity batteries that we sell, really, really high quality. They're using really high quality cells and great runtime. So if you want the best batteries that we sell, it's these guys right now, the Olight 3600 milliamp hour 18650s. If I can get my camera to focus, there we go. All right, so we're going to stick that in the light. Actually, we're going to take this battery tube out. I forgot about this guy. So this right here is a tube. If you want to use CR123 batteries, you can slide them in there. It just helps them keep them from rattling around inside the battery tube. And it's a nice little storage option if you want to use it for that. It's not essential. You don't have to use it if you're using CR123s, but you have the option. So stick that 18650 in there. Stick the tail cap back on. And like most lights, we have bundles with where you can get the light and the batteries and charger and save you a little bit of money. So keep an eye out for that if you don't have the batteries and charger already. All right, so got the battery in the light. Let's go ahead and turn it on and show you what it does. So lightly press that rear switch. You get the momentary. Click it all the way for constant on. And then the side switch is going to switch through your different outputs. And it does have a memory, so if we keep it in low, turn it off, turn it back on, it's going to be in that low. You also have access to a moonlight mode, and the way to get that is press and hold the side switch and then press the rear switch, and it's going to go right into the lowest output of a half lumen. Really, really good battery life. You're going to get great runtime on that, and it's going to be really good for up close kind of stuff. You also have access using just the tail switch to your memorized mode, which I showed you before, but you can also get into max output and strobe from that. So if you just press it once, it's going to go into whatever you were using last. Quickly press it twice, it's going to go to max output. 1, 2, 3 times, and you have strobe. I really like the way that's set up. It's an interface that Olight's been using on a lot of their lights, and it works out really, really well. So what I'll usually do is I'll have it in the memorized mode of the lowest output, and then when I need it, I can do the double tap for the max output, and you can click it all the way if you want to keep the constant on. And then if you need it, you have the strobe in there as well. You can also get to strobe using the side switch. So if you have it turned on, press and hold the side switch for about a second, and it'll go into strobe. And then just tap it to get back out of that and into whatever output you had it in last. So really good interface. You can quickly get to a bunch of different outputs. You know, you have the memorization, you have the quick access to the max output using the tail cap and the strobe as well. It's a really good interface. I like the way they have it set up a lot. So let's go over it again real quick. So you lightly press the rear switch for momentary, click it all the way for constant on, tap the side switch, we'll cycle through your different outputs. You can get to moonlight mode by pressing and holding the side switch, press the rear switch to get into moonlight, and then using the rear switch once for your memorized output, twice for max output, 1, 2, 3 times for strobe. Good interface. They did a really good job on this. Nice design on it. It's just a good all-around light. All right, let's go ahead and take the M1X outside, and we'll show you how it does outside. All right, I'm outside with that Olight M1X. Got the big 40 mag light that I always use as a control, so let's try out that mag light first, see what it can do. All right, there's a tree about 30 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. There's your mag light. Let's try out the Olight. There's your tree. There's your dock house. Let's zoom in on that dock house. Obviously, everything is lit up super well. A whole lot of output coming out of this pretty compact guy, and it's a nice floody beam. You know, it's good for short to medium distances. You're not going to get any crazy distances like you will with the M3XS, but you'll see when we go out to a little over 100 yards, you can make it out to 100 yards and beyond with no problem. So if you need something for relatively up close kind of stuff, if you live in Georgia or any of those kind of areas where you got trees everywhere, you don't need those crazy distances, and you want something that can fit in your pocket, fit in your pack, this is a great light. Really well designed, really well made, great interface on it. I really like the dual switches that it has on there. Looks like my dog just set off the motion detector lights. We could turn that off real quick. All right, I get rid of the extra 1,000 lumens so you guys don't accuse me of lumen tampering or anything like that. We'll shine the Olight around, show you the different outputs. Let me show you that moonlight. It's not really going to show up all that well on camera, but it'll light up my hand. That's kind of what it's for. Up close kind of stuff, looking around in your pack, looking around in your tent. You know, up close kind of stuff where you want the battery life and you don't want to blind yourself. And then obviously you have access to all those other outputs. So we have some more space to work with. Let's see what this thing can do with some more space. All right, we got some more distance to try out that M1X. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Boat right there is about 20 feet away. Got a couple targets set up, same ones I always use and I use for the long distance comparison videos. One on the right there is at 50 yards. Second one is 100 yards on the left. And then the tree line out there, you can see the lighter parts of the trees at 130 yards. Obviously this isn't going to do any crazy distances, but you can see it makes it out to 100 yards pretty well. And then your short and medium range stuff, you know, the 20 feet away is lit up really well. 50 yards away is lit up really well. You got that nice wide hot spot lighting up a wide area at once. Let me show you the other outputs just so you can see what those look like. And then you got the instant access to the moonlight when you need it. I don't know how it's showing up, but I can see the boat pretty well, and obviously up close kind of stuff it works great for. And then when you need it, you can crank it up to the higher outputs. Pretty cool light. They did a lot of nice things on this. Nice size on it, nice interface, nice output. Great machining on it, great quality. You got that strike bezel. You got the nice pocket clip. Lots of good things on this light. So there you go. That is the Olight M1X Striker. If you like it, you can buy it from me at goinggear.com. Any questions or comments, you can reach me in the comments or any of my guys at goinggear.com. If you like the video, please subscribe. Do a lot of gear and flashlight videos. That's it. Thanks for watching.